Hi, fifth grade. It's Miss Block here again, and I hope you're ready to make your value scale. You can see I have my white piece of paper. I have 3 colored pencils. I'm going to need a black, a white, and then 1 color, and then I have my regular pencil. So let's get started. The first thing I want you to do is, with your regular pencil, draw a smallish rectangle up at the top of your paper. We're going to divide this into 5 equal sections. So I'm going to kind of estimate, and in the middle of my rectangle I'm going to draw 2 vertical lines to make my first section. Then I'm going to go to my remaining sections which are larger, and I'm going to draw 1 vertical line down the middle of each of those sections, and I should end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of equal sections. So this is going to be our value scale. In the middle, we are going to make this our true color. So whatever color you chose, I chose blue, that's going to go in the middle. So this is our true color. To the right, these 2 boxes are going to be the tints of that color. And to the left, we are going to create shades. Now if you watch the video closely, you know that tints are the light hues of the color and the shades are the darker tones. So let's get started with coloring. True color goes in the middle. So we want to fill that box with a medium pressure of your true color. Like I said, I'm going to use blue. I want to make sure I'm coloring neatly. I don't want to see stripes. I want it to be as smooth as possible. So I'm going to try and fill up that entire box with my nice, beautiful blue. So if you hold your pencil toward the back of it, you can usually get a smoother color because you're not pressing as hard. If you press hard with the point, you tend to get stripes. Okay, there's my true blue. I'm going to go to the 2 boxes on the left of that, and I'm going to do the exact same thing over again. So I'm going to color these 2 boxes just like that to match. You might be wondering, why are they looking the same? I thought this was a value scale. They're supposed to go from light to dark. And they are, and we'll get there. Just right now, we're going to make this a little bit easier by starting with all the same color in each of these 3 boxes. Okay, I'm coloring kind of fast. You guys can do a little bit slower. Take your time. The important thing is make your color nice and even and smooth. You don't want a lot of white spaces in there. In fact, you really don't want any white spaces except for where the texture of the paper might show through. Okay, I have my 3 boxes colored, and they're all pretty much the same. Remember, if I'm going too fast for you, just pause the video. I'm going to put those lines back in just so I know where my boxes are. So I'm just going to go over that with my blue pencil. So this is the true color. I'm not going to do anything to that. But the next box to the left of that, I want it to be just a little bit darker than this. So I'm going to take my black colored pencil. Now black is super powerful. You have to be gentle with it. So I'm just very lightly going to put a layer of black. It's going to look more grayish because remember, these are going to be shades and tints of blue. We don't want it to look like it's just solid black. I'm just going to put a light layer of black over top of that blue in that 1 box to the left of center. And it's going to look kind of grayish on top. Okay, very light. There we go, that should do it. And then I'm going to get my blue pencil again, and we're going to do something called burnishing. This is when you go over another color and you press a little harder so that the colors blend together. And the reason we're going to burnish this with the blue again is we want this to be a value scale of blues, not of blacks. And if I just left the black there, you would definitely see that grayish black color on top and it wouldn't look very blue. So I'm going over that entire box, and I'm pressing a little bit harder this time with my blue, and that's going to blend the black in. And when we're done, we should end up with kind of a navy blue color. Okay, so that's pretty good. We got kind of that navy blue, and you can see it's definitely darker than the true blue. So now we're going to go to the last box on the left, and we're going to do the same thing, only this time we're going to add just a little bit more black. Remember, black is super powerful. Don't add too much. Try and keep it nice and smooth. You don't want it to be solid black. but you don't want it to be stripes either. I'm just adding a little bit more black to this box. Okay, and when you're done adding the black, again, it looks really black. We don't want it to look black, we want it to look blue. So take your other pencil and we're just gonna burnish over the top of that. Pressing pretty hard with the blue. Keep it nice and smooth until that is nice and solid. And this should even be a darker, like a midnight blue compared to your navy blue and your regular blue. So here we go, just give it one more good burnish, a little bit more pressure. And now you should have 3 different blues. Your true blue, and then 2 shades of blue, like a midnight and a navy blue. So let's go the other way. Tints are the light versions of your color. So we're going to take our true color and we're going to color in this next box with the true color, but not quite as dark as we did in the middle. So I'm just going to do a lighter version, which means I'm not going to use as much pressure on my pencil. And again, I'm coloring as smooth as possible. I'm kind of coloring in circles so that it stays smooth and you don't see stripes. It might take a little while for you to get the hang of coloring smoothly like this, but you'll get it. It just takes practice. Okay, so that box is already a little bit lighter than this, but I want to make it look even lighter. So I'm going to take my white colored pencil and we're going to do that same thing we did with the blue. We're going to burnish or press hard and go over the blue color over here. And you can see it's turning it a little bit lighter, kind of like a sky blue. I want to make sure I get the corners, make it all look nice and even. Go over it one more time with the white, and then I'm going to stop. I'm not going to go back over this with the blue like I did with the black because you can already see the blue through the white. It's not going to change it too much. Last box, this one's going to be the very lightest. I want it to be kind of a baby blue, so very, very lightly. I'm going to barely touch that blue pencil onto the paper as I color. It's going to be super, super light. Make sure you get all the corners. And then you're going to burnish with the white pencil one more time. And this one should be a nice baby blue color. So make sure as you're burnishing, you're pressing a little bit harder with your pencil. Again, don't use the point exactly, kind of rub from the side of your pencil and that'll make it nice and smooth. Okay, we're done. We have now 5 different shades and tints of blue. And in the middle is our true color. Now you might not have used blue, but that's okay. So that was kind of easy. It was kind of quick. It might be fun if you want to try another one using a different color. Go ahead and make another rectangle. But I'm going to show you one more little fun thing just to practice so you can kind of learn a little bit more and get used to the pressure on the pencil to make different tints and shades. We're going to do a gem or a crystal. So really quickly, I'm going to draw a gem underneath this. I'm just going to make a tent. I'm going to leave a little space between it and I'm going to make the same shape upside down, and then I'm going to connect the 2 like arrowheads, I guess, the tent and the V. Then from each point where those lines connect, I'm going to make a small line that sticks out. Kind of looks like a spider web. Connect those points or those lines that you just made, and now you have kind of a gem. Okay, we're going to make a little crystal over here. So we're going to make a straight line and put backwards arrowheads on the end of each line. Then we're going to connect those backward arrowhead lines. And then I'm going to go from the corner of each of these points and just do another arrowhead that faces in the opposite direction. So now we have a crystal and a gem. So it might be kind of fun to take a different color. So I'm just going to use purple this time. I'm going to do the same thing I did up here. I'm going to be adding blacks and whites to make different shades and tints. So every space on your crystal or gem, let's try and make it different than the space next to it. So I'm going to start up here with my true purple, and I'm just going to color in that space. Purple. That's my true color. And down here, I'm going to do it again, only this time I want this side to be the darkest shade. So I'm going to take my black and just add a little black on top of that purple. Not too much. Got a little carried away there. And then again, we have to go back over it with the purple to burnish it. Now maybe in this one, I'm going to do just a little bit lighter, but still kind of on the dark side. So I'm going to add a little bit of black, but not nearly as much as I did the first time. And burnish it again. And now our purple should be getting a little darker. Maybe on this side, I'm going to go super light. Just a little bit of purple. Burnish with the white. Let's see, over on this side, I'm going to go a little bit darker than that one, but not quite as dark as the true purple. So not a lot of purple, and then burnish with the white. That looks pretty good. And then maybe down here, I want to do kind of another, oh, let's just do regular purple here. Okay, notice I haven't done anything in the middle yet, because this is where I want you to try something kind of cool. So we're going to do kind of an ombre effect, where I'm going to start with my regular purple, and as I go down, I want to just get less and less pressure until it gets really light toward the bottom. So I'm going to go back over here, and the top part's going to be a little darker, and as I get toward the bottom, I'm just going to add less and less purple. So it kind of goes from a medium purple to a light purple. Let's get a little bit of, and then I'm just going to go over that with my white and burnish that whole section, and it should give those colors a nice blend. And there you have your crystal. If you want to go back over your regular pencil lines with whatever color you used, just to sharpen it up, make it look good. There you go. So have fun making tints and shades of colors. Do your other crystal, do another gem, make another value scale. Just play around with your colored pencils. Remember, using black and white. Black will make the shades, white will make the tints, and using pressure. Light pressure makes tints, and darker pressure makes the darker shades too. So have fun, play with your colored pencils, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.